because it used to just be this tiny little place, but now he's evolved it into just this absolute unit.
It is beautiful. It is so beautiful.
They were too similar to what we had been playing for years. Once KJ, Sir Marathon, and Trojan chose to try something new, even though it was very different and very unfamiliar to them, I feel that doing so gave them experiences that they would have never.
This is still too similar, bro. This is still too similar to their games. Had him hop on League of Legends.
Hello, YouTube. Armada. Alien Armada out there.
Welcome back to the channel.
Today,
I wanted to react to this video that popped up on my recommended. It's doing pretty well for this creator. It's a breakout video for the creator named McKay. It's called What I Learned from Getting 3 Middle-Aged Men Addicted to Minecraft. Now, the astute of you and the real Nate aliens know that I'm 33 years old, which makes me a 30-year-old Minecrafter. But I really thought it would be interesting for me to dive into this video and kind of see what people are talking about with this and why it's getting so many views right now. Like, why are so many people talking about it? And also the premise seems interesting. How do you get some people who are so far removed from the media of video gaming, it's like outside of their generation mostly, addicted to a game that for the most part attracts a very young audience? And what are the ramifications of that? How did it affect their lives? I want to know, and I'm sure y'all want to know as well. Hit that like button and subscribe today.
join the Alien Armada.
What happens when you play a new game with your family? I'm not talking about Wii Sports or Mario Kart, and I'm not talking about family members who are also huge gamers, if you're lucky enough to have that. Maybe I should be a little more specific. What happens when you take your family members, whose gaming knowledge is mostly exclusively a few FPS games from the late 90s, and get them to try something completely new, like Minecraft? The answer might be a little more interesting than you think.
I like this music. A video essay by McKay Fife. Okay, hold on. Let me do my due diligence. I'm gonna hit that like button. Okay? I don't know if I'm subscribed yet. I don't know if this is gonna be good, but I'm at least gonna hit the like button. At the very least, I like that music. Half-Life, one of the best games ever made. One of my favorite games that I've beat. It was such a great experience.
It all started with
Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2.
Half-Life. This game would go on to be my second favorite game of all time and was introduced to me by my dad. He played it back in the early 2000s when it was only a couple years old. My mom tells me that when I was a toddler, my dad would put me on his lap when he played and let me control the mouse.
That's so cute. Shout out to my friend Wayne, bruh. I haven't talked to Wayne in a while, but Wayne put me on Half-Life. I want to say it was maybe 2012, 2013 maybe. He showed me Half-Life and showed me like Dota as well. I got into Dota 2 around that time. He just showed me a lot of like really good games.
Probably not a good idea seeing how violent Half-Life is. But nevertheless, this is actually technically the first game I ever played.
Okay.
Funny enough, at that age, I actually managed to get on the computer and boot up the game and even get the mouse working by myself. My mom had to call my dad at work because I was giggling that I had gotten Half-Life to work all by myself.
How old are you? How old are you, McKay? Hopefully I'll figure it out as this video goes on. But my first game I played was Doom, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Doom.
At that time, a few of my uncles also really
I was like
liked the
5
game, and they began
or
to play
6.
the game's deathmatch mode, basically just a free-for-all mode where you all try to kill each other, with my dad every so often. Allow me to introduce you to these fine chaps via, of course, their gamer tag. There's Marathon Man, my dad, who loves the laser mines maybe a little too much.
Oh, double kill!
Oh my
We all
gosh!
killed each other.
No, Dad, I didn't kill anybody, Dad. You got a double kill. Uncle 1, KJ Blue, who always needs to make sure their player skin is blue.
Hey, McKay, a moment of your time.
That's how I know you're right behind me. And Uncle 2, Kill. That's his gamer tag. He is the reigning champ of the iconic Killbox map. They got together to play locally whenever KJ Blue was in town. And eventually, when I was a teenager with my very own little crappy Windows laptop, I joined them as well. Since then, it's been a bit of a family tradition, complete with a laundry
Bro,
list
your editing is fire, McKay. I gotta give it to
of
you.
inside jokes and
This is good.
a big bowl of snacks. And let me tell you, I loved playing this game with them so much for a lot of reasons. It was my favorite thing to do. First off, I had been watching a lot of Node videos, but specifically their Minecraft LAN party series.
We're building the house based on where the resources are. We shouldn't
Is
be
that oh my gosh, what's his name? All I know is he was monumental on YouTube, especially when it came to editing and VFX stuff. He like pushed the boundaries of what people thought we could do on YouTube. I forgot his
doing
name
anything
though.
till we figure out a good cave, and then we'll build a near there.
Something about seeing a bunch
Or I
of
could be confusing him for
friends
someone.
in
I
the
could be
same
confusing
room
him.
playing the same game.
I
Well,
think
it looked
I'm
so
think I'm
fun to my
tripping.
moldable little 13 or 14-year-old brain. So finally having my own gaming with the boys experience made me really happy, and it was and still is one of my favorite things to do. Second off, playing made me feel a little bit more connected to my dad and my uncles, but especially my dad, since I was playing a game he enjoyed too. He was a lot more into sports than gaming, and I was a lot more into gaming than sports. So this felt like the middle
Me
of a
for
Venn
real.
diagram for me and him.
Me
So
for
far
real.
at this time, I had already really liked games. I'd been playing them for a long time, ever since we first got a Wii in like 2008, and I played Smash Brothers Brawl for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
I was a pretty
That
big
was
Nintendo
crack.
fan at this time, judging by my gamer tag, and I played a few other PC games, including Minecraft. But I was actively
Portal,
enjoying
so
this
good.
hobby not only by myself, but with some close family members. As cool as all this was, my dad and uncles were still only really playing Half-Life. I hear they often tore it up in Age of Empires 3, but that was really before I started playing with them. My love for games and my love for playing Half-Life with them made me excited about the possibility of playing more games with them in the future.
That sound. Oh my gosh, that brings me back.
So
My
fast forward
lord.
to about a decade later, me, my dad, and my uncles still get on and play Half-Life every so often.
That's so
now playing
cool.
weekly online instead of a couple times a year.
Alternate title to this video. Bro has a family. He actually has a supportive family. A supportive family of like actually positive masculinity around him, bro.
The good times are happening more frequently, but you can only take so much Half-Life Deathmatch week after week. It's not the most fleshed out mode the game has to offer, not even by a landslide. The only goal is to really just kill each other.
Yeah. It's Quake.
Bye-bye.
Medicine.
Jeez, that was a fast shot, you little flipper.
The weapons are really poorly balanced.
Oh.
Man, dude, there is no good reason to use the revolver.
And there are both iconic maps.
Oh, what is that gun? Jeez Louise. Oh,
Oh,
that thing's
you're-
gotta get nerfed.
And we only cycled through a handful of maps. And frankly, I was just so good at the game that I was winning every single match. Suffice to say, it was getting a bit old.
Yeah, of course.
We tried some other
No one
Valve
wants to
games
get stomped over and over again. I don't know if y'all ever had that moment of being like at a family's house and they pull up the Smash Bros and you got that one dude that it's just they live, breathe, and eat Smash Bros. It don't matter what character they pick, they're going to sit there, they will die 2 times purposefully too. And sit at one life and taunt you from the platform, bro. You're not getting back on.
like Counter-Strike 1.6 and Left 4 Dead 2. And while
a
the
wrap.
latter ended up being a favorite of ours, these were still essentially scratching the Half-Life itch that had been scratched for like a decade already. Luckily, around the same time we were wanting something new to play, a little indie game was making insane waves on social media. Yes,
Among
the
Us.
one and only Lethal Company.
The
Oh,
company is hired. You'll have your very own ship, your very own crew. Your job? Collect worthless garbage.
I've never played
Return
this
to the
game,
company
and I
desk.
have it. I felt like refunding it only because, like, I don't play friend slop. I have all these friend slop games, and like I have no friends to play it with.
It's easy.
Hoping that its cooperative gameplay would be a nice shakeup from the competitive chaos of Half-Life, we all downloaded it. Although the first play session was absolutely a disaster, because throwing these dorks into new territory after years of no gaming aside from a Valve game every so often resulted in several minutes of technical difficulties and a lot of in-game stumbling. Okay, this is a tough jump that you're going to have to make.
Oh, really?
Oh, great!
Get up
have
to
to shift
Use,
Whoa.
yeah, sprint jump.
This
Just
is
sprint
adorable.
jump. So run and then jump.
Oh crap! What if we fall? Do we die?
Okay, Dad made it.
Let's see.
like
Let's see you
invisible,
make it, guys.
Okay.
I want to go.
Oh, Uncle's struggling.
Did he? Oh.
Uncle's struggling. Oh,
Where am I at?
But nevertheless,
where am I at?
Lethal Company was a knockout. We were hooked. Lethal Company is a really, really fun game, and we were eating it up. For Marathon Man, Kill, and KJ Blue, Half-Life was, for now, old news, and Lethal Company was a shiny new toy. We were excited to play every week, and it was genuinely a breath of fresh air for all of us. Instead of constantly trying to kill each other, we were now forced to work together to gather scrap metal from dangerous moons. Lethal Company's lack of any real combat was different too, because although we were being cooperative in something like Left 4 Dead 2, we were still just shooting guns there. Here, though, there's very little you can do to turn the tides.
I'm gonna get it.
What do you think, gamer? I don't think he got it.
Oh my gosh, that was valiant. Since Lethal Company only allows up to 4 players, we eventually got a mod called More Company that lets other people join. So my wife, my sister, and a couple of my cousins actually ended up
That's possible?
joining. For me, that old LAN party, gaming with the boys feeling was alive and well, and I was really starting to feel it again. But I started to notice something, specifically with my dad and my 2 uncles. They were all playing in really unique ways. My dad, who tore it up in Half-Life as Marathon Man, in Lethal Company, his gamer tag was Sir Marathon. He was really enjoying being efficient. When him and my uncle KJ Blue got the in-game jetpacks, they would have us go inside to where all the monsters are and grab all the scrap metal and put it outside the door so they could just jetpack it back and forth from the ship where we were supposed to bring the scrap metal.
It's, in other words, they are big-brained. In other words, the older you are, the more you can realize how useless and meaningless it is to be inefficient, even in a video game. Is what you're basically telling me. In other words, you're basically telling me that you don't see when you're at that age, you probably don't see the fun in doing all the meaningless stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Don't lecture us about cool when you just spend 20 minutes on a jetpack and go in and get a bolt and come back.
He found a mission and he's achieving it. Let him be.
Hey, I went and got quite a bit of loot from these dead bodies that got smashed. I'll have you know.
And then you came running back home.
KJ, while loving all aspects of the game, got really, really into customizing our ship and skins, installing mods that would give him the ability to move furniture around a lot better and to give the ship extra stories. He got pretty carried away with it, but you know, that's why we love him.
Here I get the ship all decked out and ready for you guys, and then McKay comes and adulterates my new ship.
What in the heck?
Welcome to the new and improved KJ Blue Crew ship.
Lastly, Kill, who is now known as Kill You, I know, was proving to be quite the risk taker. Though nothing really new to us, the perilous nature of Lethal Company and its focus on staying together really highlighted this. He would go into dangerous areas of the building for lost loot, and he would sometimes stay out to find loot right up until the end of the day when the ship left, and in general was a lone wolf, for better or for worse.
He's just talking to himself.
I know. He's like, gosh
For
dang it.
crying out loud, I'm going in circles.
He's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. All these playstyles were really interesting to me because all 3 of them were playing Lethal Company in a way that was a bit different from the usual gameplay loop.
And I absolutely love this video because let's say he just was like, this video was titled, I played with my family, or I played Lethal Company with my my older fam. Or if he had the same title of video and it was just him playing the games, we wouldn't be able to focus on their different unique styles. It would be much harder to be able to pick out. But because he did this in this essay format, we're able to see a hyper focus on each style and how they contribute to the overall focus of this video. And we're seeing them play multiple games. Like, so far, from the premise alone, from the title and thumbnail, we're already getting way more than what we were probably expecting before we clicked into this.
They weren't encouraged by the game or me to do any of these things. This is just how they naturally wanted to play. All of this, but especially KJ's playstyle, got me thinking. Lethal Company is proving to be a bit limited when it comes to these playstyles. KJ literally has to install mods to scratch the surface of the level of customization he wants. Sir Marathon's jetpacking was all he could or really wanted to do as far as efficiency, and Kill You was faced with massive danger, time limits, and confusing labyrinths of levels. What would happen if I placed them in a 100% malleable setting where you make your own goals? What would happen if these playstyles were put in an essentially limitless world? Maybe we should try out a game that I've been enjoying myself for...
Okay, technically my favorite game is probably still going to be Dota 2. I just have way more hours invested my life learning all the heroes and their unique speeds. There's too much that I put into Dota 2 for that to not be my favorite game.
More than a decade.
But Minecraft has got to be like second.
Think about it. Minecraft is a true sandbox game where the only limit is your imagination. A game where you can break blocks from the environment and place them down wherever you want, allowing you to build anything and go anywhere. It could be the perfect fit for my family.
Or not.
It sounded like a great idea on paper, but I was hesitant for a couple reasons. One, they already know about Minecraft, and since they are, respectfully, older, the exposure to it that they've gotten is me playing it as a kid. So they think
I love this editing. You did great. And what he did was he threw in the like a green screen and overlaid it over the green. This is smart.
Exclusively a game for kids. It's their totally valid culture and personalities to enjoy things that appeal to adults more. So something with brighter colors and pixely graphics might not appeal to them. Second, I mean, they just loved Lethal Company so much, and while I was getting a little tired of it, it was such a new and fun experience for them that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to tear them away. And third, at this time, my wife and I were literally a week or two away from greeting a new baby boy into our family.
Congrats.
So I wasn't sure how much time or energy I was going to be able to commit to a new Minecraft realm with the Three Stooges over here, let alone the rest of my family who had become regular players.
Okay,
but
so you got to be in your
shake the feeling that this
late 20s? Are you as old as me? Don't let us wait all the way to the end of the video to find out you in your 30s too.
Might just be the perfect game for them to play. With all this in mind, I shot the suggestion into our group chat. It was definitely met with a little pushback and a healthy dose of some family clowning, especially from Kill You. But the night soon came where everyone, including my dad and uncles, had Minecraft Java Edition installed. Although the first time playing was a little rocky as everyone figured out the controls and how to play, my sister, wife, and cousin, already well versed in Minecraft, helped me get the three OGs acquainted, and we all let loose and started having fun.
Women. Thank God for women. Straight up, thank God.
Everyone got their houses going.
I don't even need to elaborate anymore. Just thank God for women.
Continued to play weekly. The end. Oh, wait. Oh, KJ Blue is online. It's not our usual weekly date. Oh,
they're getting... Oh, no. I tried to sleep in... Hold on, let me read that. I'm going to read these. Because this is low-key my job. I'm a reactor. I'm like, what the hell am I doing if I'm not reading? All right, Kill You said, I'm not so much into the fancy building like you guys. I care more about building up defenses and fighting capabilities. Okay, and then Sir Marathon said, I never found diamonds, lol. Kill You said, if you want to find more iron, you need to mine at level 14. Obviously, gold, diamonds, and red dust are found at the bottom. KJ Blue, yep, that's so cool about it. It can always be whatever you want it to be. It's a full experience for the mind. Kill You, I stole a house from a villager and tried to sleep in a bed, but because you guys were working, the monsters came inside the house and forced me out. Whoa. I love the group chat. KJ Blue, it's all good. Grab a bed and some weapons and food and meet us over in town quad for a treacherous expedition. Haha, what have you done to us, McKay? Again? Love it. They bit part of that real good Minecraft
It happened.
food.
They experienced the canon event that anyone playing Minecraft for the first time experiences.
Legit.
Sir Marathon, Kill You,
The
now
wonder.
known as Trojan Rick, and KJ Blue were absolutely loving the game. quite a bit more than they ever loved Half-Life or Lethal Company. These three,
yeah,
in their
I
own
could
different
see
times
that.
and ways, just couldn't put it down. It evolved so much more than just a casual play session every week like we were doing before. They started getting on in addition to our weekly game night. Late into the evening, during work days, and other random times, they were logging on and playing a ton. We would get texts in the gamers chat about updates for the realms, things that Trojan Rick found and discovered,
The deep
or
dark.
things that KJ had built. They were going to wikis and looking up YouTube tutorials for builds and more. It seemed like every bit of free time that these guys had, they were on the realm. In some ways, they even surpassed my knowledge of the ins and outs of Minecraft, discovering new ways to mine and new building techniques that I, a player for more than a decade, had never even heard of.
When I left you, I was but
You know
the
what?
learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, God.
They got
You know what? That's not that crazy when you really consider it, especially if you're an older player. There's a lot of they've had a ton of updates since then. So if you're someone coming in at like one of the newest versions of the game, you are going to have more at your disposal than someone who played like 10 years ago because you remember the game it being at bare bones.
so into it. KJ went crazy on his builds, customizing his space to a precise degree. Honestly, an
A
understatement
big
considering
step.
that in addition to his homes,
Technoblade
he
never
charted,
dies.
landscaped, and named every area of the kingdom we had built, which he named aptly Fifeshire, my last name. All right, I think it's high
This
time for
place is
a
amazing.
proper Fifeshire tour. It used to just be a little quaint forest, but KJ is like terraformed pretty much all the original
And this makes sense, right? Because wasn't he the guy who really liked installing stuff on the ship mods?
geography. I think it's time to address the elephant on this server, which is this giant freaking skyscraper. This is KJ's house, and when I tell you that this is the the biggest glow up of the century, it is. Because
Oh my
it used to
gosh.
just be this tiny little place, but now he's evolved it into just this absolute
It is beautiful. It is so beautiful.
unit of a base. He built this
It's
huge stairway,
glorious.
tons of glass that he got from mining sand. He's got his farms up here, but yeah, it just goes up for forever. It's like nighttime. It's like almost nighttime, and I'm still going up. He had done so much building and customization throughout the whole realm that he kind of instated this unspoken building code.
But literally every stair in Fifeshire is open.
I don't like this.
I like it. Let him
I
keep it. It's
I
fine.
like his house, it's one thing, but it's out in the common area.
Yeah.
You can keep it if you want, but it's kind of clunky.
This level of customization was something that Lethal Company just barely let him do, and he could only do it with mods installed. He has and still continues to put a lot of time into the realm. It took Sir Marathon a little bit longer to get as into it as he
Still
ended
my
up
dad
being,
IRL.
but
I love how he just keeps putting my dad IRL. Still my dad.
he transformed the efficient jetpack item transporting into efficient cave exploration. He would find multiple different caves to explore, but to cut down on travel time, he built what he calls outposts outside each one, so he could sleep there and store items right outside the cave. I'm gonna go see if I can find some of my dad's outposts. Apparently he has like 15 of them. I think there's one along this river that's fairly close to Fifeshire. Oh, there's one. Yeah, he built this like wall. Yeah, this has to be outpost number 1, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I know for a fact this is an outpost. I think Trojan Rick did this to like prank him, because I definitely recognize this outpost. Let's see if we can find a normal one. Oh, there's another one. Here's another outpost. Yeah, I remember seeing this one. No, these are definitely outposts. Oh yeah, there's one up there. Oh, maybe this is the first one since it has Marathon Outpost. And Trojan Rick's headstrong sense of adventure had him playing the game like an RPG, like Skyrim, using an online seed map to find structures and chests and gearing up to explore them and take on the hardest enemies.
I never even thought of doing that.
Structures and chests and gearing up to explore them and take on the hardest enemies rather than building.
And when do we get jetpacks?
When do we go to war? Once we go to war.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, you could beat the
We need to have
game.
wars.
And of course, just like Lethal Company, he sometimes bit off more than he could chew. Okay, so you might be thinking,
I'm just thinking about it right now. Like, he can trigger a raid. He just needs to kill a pillager, right? And he has a curse, and then he just needs to find a village, and it'll trigger a raid.
so what? You introduce a fun game to them and they have fun. What's the big deal, That's kind of why I wanted to share this story in the first place. What makes this so interesting is
what he learned from getting 3 middle-aged men addicted to Minecraft. Okay, what did you learn? Here it is. This is the crux of his whole essay.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
it doesn't matter.
That's all right.
You can do whatever you want.
And you can always tear it down and adjust it so this isn't set in stone, so to speak.
The first thing that I started noticing was that Minecraft lends itself really well to multiple playstyles. Just as I was hoping, Minecraft's infinite and open nature allowed the way they played Lethal Company to run totally wild here. Guys, I like how we play in Lethal Company is translating exactly to Minecraft. Trojan Rick is going off on his own.
Yes.
You two are building together. I truly believe the reason they got so into it for the amount of time that they did, longer than the 2-week phase, by the way, was because Minecraft's game...
I'm glad he mentioned that, too, because there's a very common thing of a 2-week phase of Minecraft where people play really hard for like 2 weeks, and then they fall off of love of it because they feel like they run out of things to do, and no one gets back on. That's a very real thing. And I was wondering if like he was going to mention that, if they kept playing past that, or how that might have affected them during this.
Design posed very little limits to them. Dad, this better be a good cave.
We're going to outpost number 12.
Nice. Do you really have 12?
I think so, yeah. Oh, wow.
Lethal Company is a great game. It really is. It's one of my favorites. But you can only do one thing, and the game's built around that. But Minecraft catered so much better to what they were wanting to do in games. And you have to remember, these guys aren't huge gamers. I've played a lot of games through the years and had a lot of exposure to the ins and outs of the industry. Such prior time and knowledge like this can make me view games a little differently sometimes, and can make me kind of lose the plot and why...
I just beat Elden Ring. What a game. I wanted to yell when I beat that Elden Ring. It's my wallpaper right now. The last boss in Elden Ring is my wallpaper. Elden Ring is a game that, if you're a gamer, you should not miss. I also beat Red Dead Redemption 2 this year as well. Like, I've been actually going around and just like playing games that I've had that like I just never beat. And I've been like trying to beat them.
I play games, I can get caught up in design philosophies I'm seeing and the context the games are in and their values and legacies, and there's definitely a time and place for all that. But as relative gaming amateurs, they didn't have all that. They just wanted to have fun, and their playstyles were just their natural, uninfluenced inclinations on how to do that. Minecraft is just a game for everybody, and the way that you can go and explore what you want and build what you want and mold the world to your liking, it just is perfect for players who want to do what they want to do. There he is.
Yeah.
Don't be me.
What's up, Ricky Bobby?
All right.
Fantasy Football Council. We gotta talk.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, here we go.
No,
Dang.
Another thing that I learned was that trying new things can broaden your horizons. Variety is the spice of life.
I thought
and
they was
trying
really
out
about to get
Minecraft
into
and
it.
also Lethal Company was really what showed me how these three like to play. And in my own personal experience, variety is how I feel I've been so enriched by games and art in general. Of course, this is a fact of life. This is, very well known, but I was a first-hand witness to this in Minecraft and throughout our gaming journey. The reason we were getting so tired of Half-Life and the reason that Counter-Strike and Left 4 Dead 2 didn't make a huge impression was because they were too similar to what we had been playing for years. Once KJ, Sir Marathon, and Trojan chose to try something new, even though it was very different and very unfamiliar to them, I feel that doing so gave them experiences that they would have never.
This is still too similar, bro. This is still too similar to their games. Had them hop on League of Legends. Get them into Dota. Have them play Dota. Like, I want to see what I learned from getting 3 middle-aged men to play Dota. or Deadlock or something. Get them Steam keys in Deadlock. Hell, you hit me up. I will get you in on Deadlock. I got an invite. Okay, get them. I want to see that. I want to see them deal with the mechanics. I want to see them learn like how to cooperate and chain abilities. Like it's one thing to have them play Minecraft and Lethal Company and like games where it's about creativity and exploring and stuff. It's a whole nother beast to have them coordinate in the competitive realm.
Had otherwise, and brought out qualities in them.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this video, by the way, when I said that. I just mean like that would be another additional great video if you were able to do that. That's what I meant.
I have never seen before. Not just as gamers, but as people.
I got a stairway up to the top of the mountain.
I kind of want to see them struggle. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not like these were dredged out of them by some drastic measures. It happened very naturally in a very accessible space like a video game, and in a way that only something like Minecraft could. I love that these three can say, I love college football and Minecraft. I think that's really cool. That being said, not everyone is that accepting. My uncles didn't want to play Minecraft at first, and some people simply just don't open themselves up to things. So I guess another thing that I learned is to be curious and sincere when trying something you're unfamiliar with. The person sharing it with you clearly cares about what they're sharing, and at the very least, they care enough about you to share it with you. There's probably a reason for that. Go figure out what it is.
I try to have that.
I'm gonna put some lantern.
I try to always have that attitude with people, especially with people who send me suggestions for content that is outside of what I typically react to. Like, I try to really think about the fact that the person took the time out of their day to leave a comment on my video, you know, asking me to do something. Whether it's a good comment or not, or whether or not I agree with what they're suggesting, I do try to consider that, and it makes me grateful. It makes me appreciative of my position.
It's on top of the chicken, McKay. That'll look cool.
Nah, that's okay.
You don't want it lit up?
The chief architectural engineer is speaking, and the mayor says, it's all right.
Imagine lights all around.
The second I log off, he's going to scurry up there and throw some lights on it. Playing Minecraft also helped us appreciate our differences. Probably the most surprising and compelling thing for me was how Minecraft brought us all together. We are all pretty different players, not just me and the Three Musketeers over here, but the rest of my family regularly joining us as well.
I love seeing the Jetpack Bros work together.
I know, right? You can't just leave the guy to flounder.
Oh, y'all got a name. Y'all definitely got a group name. The Jetpack Bros, that's good. That's good. I've heard all kinds of different names for groups in Minecraft. I know. I've heard a lot of them. SBI, we got Dream Team, we got all kinds of different group names, right? Jetpack Bros is fire.
Alone and
yeah.
Sure you can.
That's catchy.
You can't just have the floor.
The
now, of course,
Jetpack
when you
Bros.
share something with someone and you both like it, of course you're going to bond. But I'm talking about more than that. Minecraft posed something
Wait a
even
second.
both like it, of course you're going to bond.
Is that an actual video? I thought this was an image this whole time. Was this taken from a real video?
But I'm talking about more than that. Minecraft posed something even more interesting than just liking the same thing or even being in the same digital worlds like in Lethal Company or Half-Life. In those
Mind
games, you all
blown.
have the exact same goal. So something like KJ's ship customization, while great and definitely something we were all partaking in, it's not really super productive to the overall experience and the overall gameplay. In Minecraft, you're all playing in the same world that you can all manipulate infinitely, but you all have different goals. No one is really isolated from each other here, and so this forced us to play alongside each other's different play styles. Dad, did you see my new wall?
Oh yeah, check out
Yes, right outside my door.
KJ is more of a builder, and Trojan Rick is a lot more into exploration and combat, but they're doing these things at the same time, in real time, in the same space, alongside each other.
Holy crap, this is bigger than the last one.
It's all amethyst?
Yeah.
Camille,
Holy
this is
crap.
awesome.
Hey.
I haven't seen this.
You guys haven't seen one of these yet?
Oh, no, I've never seen an amethyst room.
They're cool.
Pretty cool.
There's kind of this inherent unspoken respect that comes from that, I think. While mostly playing how they like to, KJ would sometimes join Trojan on expeditions to kill the Warden, or explore a cave that Sir Marathon built an outpost by, and Trojan would come tour KJ's massive builds whenever he finished one. It's a microcosm of how I think real life should be. We all have a lot of differences, a lot to disagree with, but these three middle-aged men playing Minecraft helped me see that it's possible to respect differences and live alongside them and even be curious about one another every once.
This right here is the biggest argument for why DI is supposed to be a good thing. It's the reason why I feel the way I feel about people. The cultural differences, the differences between people can divide people, but also it can unite people. It can unite people because those differences can often be what makes people shine. It can be what, like, we all have different things that we are good and bad at. And the idea of combining them all allows you to get the actual goal done. It allows you to really succeed together when you can play into those strengths and weaknesses.
Once in a while. And of course, this happens with my family in real life.
That's why diversity is important. People from different backgrounds and cultures all coming together and sharing in a common purpose is so powerful that it's nearly unstoppable.
But when it's in a setting like this, it's packaged in such a pure and simple way. Another thing that this taught me and really proved to me is that gaming is a totally valid and wholesome activity for families. And I'm talking video games in general, not just great games made for families like Mario Party or Mario Kart. It seems like the usual consensus among the general public, especially the older generation, is gaming is bad for you and it rots your brain, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it totally can.
Yeah, the Wii
but
thing.
at least for me and in my experience, if you're just playing predatory live service games or putting video games before more important things, those kinds of things can definitely be harmful. But those kinds of things don't mean that gaming is inherently bad. When you play the right games for the right amount of time with the right people, gaming can be extremely good for you. And it sure is for my family. Even though my uncles and my dad were on a lot, it's because they were experiencing something new and good and exciting, and it was adding to their lives rather than taking things away. Despite my hyperbolic title, they were still giving a healthy and enthusiastic and cheerful amount of time to the game, and they were seeing the benefits. Fun, creativity, and quality time. Who we are, the things that we love, can start in the home. The beauty and fun and art of the incredible world of gaming is a part of who I am. I like to think that the seed of my love for video world of gaming is a part of who I am.
Bro.
I like to think
that's Outer Wilds. That's Outer Wilds, bro. You have a subscriber in me. You have a subscriber in me if you can get your dad to play through Outer Wilds, bro. Outer Wilds, man, is on my top 10 best games of all time, without a doubt. Going through that game, stumbling through that game without looking up anything, bro. Like, that was one of the best experiences I've ever had in a game. You don't know how happy you just made me showing the footage. You just simply roasting a marshmallow on this flame. I'm trying to look at it and see if I could tell what planet this is on. I can't tell.
The seed of my love for video games was subconsciously a part of who I am.
Tripping.
I like to think
I'm freaking out and not even know.
The seed of my love for video games was subconsciously planted by me finding my way onto the computer and managing to open Half-Life as a toddler. And I only attempted that because I knew my dad liked it. This part of my life that brings me so much joy was started and sustained by my dad encouraging it and being a part of it. Not everyone is that lucky to have a scenario like that, but regardless of your circumstances,
most people aren't.
Something good in your life can start and be nurtured by sharing it with people you love and vice versa. You never know what can blossom into someone's life just by sharing what you care about, even if it's in a small way. In addition to this, we all just talk a lot more and connect outside of the game more than we used to. We're getting more of my family members involved, and it's just so cool to me personally that this game I've loved for more than a decade is now being enjoyed by my loved ones. And that baby boy I was talking about, he was born completely healthy, and playing Minecraft with my family was a really nice way to chill out after the, stressful moments that a baby can sometimes bring.
That's how you play,
Stressful moments that a baby...
You guys, all right. That's why you can't play competitive, okay? That far away from the screen? This is adorable, though. This has got to be... You know those pictures that they say, don't kill yourself? Right? And then they'll have, like, a picture of, like, a pizza or something, and they're, like, watching a game or, like, a beer. That's this picture for sure. For someone like me, that's this picture. Never kill yourself.
You can sometimes bring.
Beautiful. You got the baby right there. Adorable. It's amazing.
All of these things are what elevates Minecraft from being just a game This is what elevates any video game to be so much more than just code and pixels. I worry that people will hear all of this and how it's about Minecraft and immediately write it off because it's just a video game. But when we write off games as nothing but a time waster for kids, we're dismissing the potential they wield for good. The good that I've been feeling for years and witnessing with my family right now. It's how it positively affects your life and how it affects the lives of those you love.
Oh yeah, putting together that PC is a huge deal. It's a huge deal. It's a huge undertaking. Struggling, trying to figure out what part isn't working, why. Like, it can be a huge time investment, but it's worth it.
It's exactly what I was seeing in Half-Life as a teenager, but
So
elevated to a whole new, uplifting level.
Oh my gosh, clap it up. This is beautiful. You love to see it.
Everything
whole
I've
land.
learned and experienced
They got
from
a whole
playing
land
video games
together.
with my family legitimizes video games, or at the very least Minecraft, as just as meaningful a way to spend your time as watching a movie or reading a book or experiencing any other form of art. And yet I'm so grateful to
Split
have
Fiction.
video
I
games
heard
and the
that game is
opportunity to
amazing.
share them with people in my life because of the way they can foster such beautiful
More
things
rivals.
that other forms of art just can't in the same way. Anything that inspires you to do and be good
This is so
worth
cute.
sharing with people, because chances are it's just going to inspire them to be good and do good too, even if that thing is a video game like Minecraft.
This is the most wholesome Minecraft video
Almost everyone on here today.
I ever watched.
Oh,
Most wholesome video.
Oh. What'd you do here?
This is the very pool where I killed my first Enderman.
Whoa, diamond over here, Dibs. Oh man, this is awesome.
So what do you think about it?
So what? I'm just holding. Oh, Dad, there's some gold right here.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye, Dad. I'm gonna head out too, guys.
Yeah, see you guys.
So sweet. Bravo. It's all the chicken and it's crazy as hell. I'm not gonna sing the lyrics. I'm not trying to get copyright claimed, okay? I already got a strike on my channel from earlier this year. 170K plus views gone. I don't want to talk about it. Sorry, this goes hard. One of the hardest Minecraft themes of all time. I'm definitely going to subscribe to McKay. That was super good. And one of the parts that I seriously liked about it too was just the focus on family. The focus on them being together and how Minecraft really helped evolve their relationship and evolve their communication with each other. They were able to relate in a way that really transcends those age barriers and a lot of like the technological differences and of them being, you know, so much older than him. One thing I also want to touch on is just like that idea that video games are just games or whatever. It's just a digital program that it's used to get people hooked and to make a bunch of money. It's really not just that, right? Like you have all these people, teams of people pouring their intention into something. And I think that oftentimes video games are more like art projects that have the collective souls of everybody, everyone's vision coming together. And I think that that energy can be very powerful, and when used positively and in the right environment can be life-changing. It could be soul-changing for some people. Me personally, Outer Wilds helped me to actually embrace learning how to drive. And I talk about that story sometimes to people, and I know it makes me look like a loser a little bit because a lot of people are like, driving's easy, whatever. But I was really afraid, and for me, playing that game and going through what I went through, embracing my fear and just trudging forward is how I was able to break through some deep barriers of mine. But what did you guys think of this video by McKay? Do you have any family members that play Minecraft? Are you involved with your family? Do you guys talk about video games? Let me know in the comments section below and recommend other videos you'd love to see check out on the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I will see everyone in the next video. Peace.